Hello, I'm Mitchell Ryan Darcy, and I'm about to watch for the first time a Frank Sinatra double feature of Tony Rome and the Lady in Cement. I was recommended in my They Came to Rob Las Vegas review to watch The Lady in Cement, and I was trying to figure out why that movie title sounded so familiar. And then this one, I had to pick up just because Frank Sinatra's in it. Because the singer, he's not supposed to be an actor. He's supposed to be a singer. What is he doing in this? Turns out I bought it on Blu-ray during the last Twilight Time sale haul ever, and because those Blu-rays in the video were not packed away because I was in the process of getting ready to move, they weren't packed away with the rest of my collection. I actually have easy access to all the ones that appeared in that video. If you want to check it out, you can check that out on my YouTube channel. I am going into the movie blindly. Judging from the cover, I assume he's a private detective, and he looks like he's about to shoot his nose off. I am hoping and expecting a good crime mystery for the both of them. There will be spoilers.
Mothers, lock your daughters in. It's too late to talk to them, 'cause Tony Rome is out and about. And Tony Rome will get 'em if you don't watch out.
You know it's a good movie when you are less than 5 minutes into the film and there is a butt-to-butt transition. I kid you not. I guess you could say match cut of a butt-to-butt transition.
Rome will take 'em if you don't watch out. Watch out!
In the terms of story, trying to segue from the bottom of things, I generally liked how the mystery unfolded in this film, so I will do my best to not spoil the main mystery plot for this film. For an under 2-hour film, it was not bad, though it felt a little long near the end. It ended the same way it began, goodish. For the most part. Going into this movie expecting suit and tie Frank Sinatra and getting Gilligan's Island's The Skipper took some getting used to for the first bit, but then I remembered this takes place in Miami and it would be weird for an owner of a houseboat to wear a detective suit everywhere. In the terms of character, I had to mention Tony Rome's gambling addiction. It really is only mentioned a couple times throughout the film, but it doesn't really pay off except for one slight joke, and I still want to know if he won those bets or not.
No, he's not. Honest to God, you're hopeless. Do you know who that was on the phone?
My bookmaker.
This is supposed to be a police station. How do you think it looks? A bookie using our main switchboard.
Not very nice. Not very nice. By the way, Dave, that guy calls back, bet me $50 to win Firefly in the 5th race. 50.
It's also weird that Tony is built up and played as this gets lots of sex kind of character, but in the movie it ends up being all talk, no bite. I can't tell if the production-wise that was intentional or not, but Sinatra plays it so well, it's almost as if he was in on the joke.
Are you sure you're working hard enough?
Me working hard enough? Do you notice since I took this job, I've had to turn down 2 offers to go to bed? And I never want to work that hard again. Never. Two.
Jill St. John is beautiful as always. It's amazing what a difference of an on-screen presence she has when you give her a better written character than in Diamonds Are Forever. You hear that? I think I hear shots fired. Speaking of James Bond, I am pretty sure that's the same hotel they filmed Goldfinger at, and now that I think about it, this movie might have been very, very much influenced by James Bond's success. And in some ways, James Bond was inspired by these films, apparently. Like, Jill was casted in Diamonds Are Forever after this movie was released. So you know Eon Productions saw this film and was like, yes, her. Get her now. As far as I know, Tony Rome's production team chose to adapt a novel series where they have a main character that lives with excitement and danger, who has an opening title song sung by Nancy Sinatra. As the way she describes Tony Rome as a character.
Ladies' hearts or diamond rings are not very special things when Tony Rome is out, yeah, and about.
That kind of sounds like they were trying to make another James Bond, but with a detective instead of a secret agent. I read online the author only wrote 3 books featuring the character of Tony Rome, so maybe the people behind the film were hoping it would be popular, that after they adapted all 3, they could start making more original stories around the same character and sort of continue it like James Bond. Judging from the lack of trilogy on this Blu-ray, I'm going to take a guess they never got around to adapting the 3rd one. I am curious to see if the next one, The Lady in Cement, forgive my pun, cements why we never got a 3rd one. Was it a bad movie? Did no one want to see it? Or did Frank Sinatra just didn't want to do it anymore? I wonder if it will show in the final product. Like, you know how some movies you can tell things sort of falling apart or they didn't really care about. I wonder if that actually translates and you can see that with what they created on screen. Like Tony Rome, I will get to the bottom of things. Just when I thought the movie has matured past butt shots, the film ends up still surprising me.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Get it out of your mind.
Though I liked both films, this one was definitely the worst of the two in my opinion. In the terms of questionable fun, yeah, this one seemed a little more playing with itself. The wrong phrasing. Lady in Cement had a more dramatic opening scene and inciting incident, but the rest of the crime mystery kind of just fizzles out. There's much more colorful and questionable side characters, more gambling, more butt shots. It's like they turned everything to 11 for the sequel, except budget and effort. Those they turned down a couple notches. Unless most of the budget went to the cast, which I don't blame them for cashing in on this. For example, there is no Nancy Sinatra track done for this film, which I just had a revelation. That, she's the daughter of Frank Sinatra, and they couldn't even get another song or relicense the first one for this film. That's your first sign. But as a reminder, the same year she did the self-titled song for Tony Rome, she also did the main theme to You Only Live Twice. Speaking of music, the score for this film was so noticeably repetitive. In the first film, I noticed the score, but I don't remember it being repetitive in any sort of case. It's like they put in temporary music for several scenes with plans to change them later, but didn't bother. To be fair, I actually don't know the actual budget for this film. I didn't bother looking it up. Just like this film didn't bother to try. Is that a low blow? I feel sorry. I did like the film, but out of the two, if I had the choice to rewatch a film, it would probably be the first one. After a certain horse racing scene, I then started to notice some bad audio.
The horses are at the gate.
It's not what you think. He's really very sweet.
Oh, he's a lovely man. Lovely man. What did you want from me, Miss Fox?
Look, it's a lovely day. Can't we enjoy the races together?
Smart move.
You could tell Frank Sinatra was either re-recorded in a different location or they had to really turn up his mic track to actually hear him, and then they turn it back down. I mentioned earlier about the colorful and questionable characters. I actually thought they were the more standout or more fun moments of the film, though a lot of the portrayals is definitely of their time and wouldn't be done today for obvious reasons. You could kind of say that with the first one as well, but this one, they really turned it up.
Thank you. Now listen, sweetie. I don't have to tell you anything.
True. But I could get persuasive, and you might even get to like it.
But Seymour wouldn't. And he played tailback for the Green Bay Packers.
I know. I saw him play. He had the league record for illegal use of hands. In the huddle yet. There you go, pal. I told her it wouldn't take long. She's all yours.
Thanks. Unwind me. All you broads are all alike. Get lost.
Men.
I mean, listen to this amazing dialogue of Frank and Raquel Welch's characters meeting for the first time.
Well, shall I scream rape now or wait and phone in a complaint?
If you're asking me, I'd rather you press charges.
I think the clip speaks for itself. I have to mention Dan Blocker as Gronsky. He steals the show from Tony Rome in every scene he's in.
I sent for you, Rome.
Well, you can put that cannon away. I'm a little insecure.
Sorry about that. Just being careful. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Comfy?
Yeah.
Now.
I think even Frank Sinatra knows he's like, oh, you're the real star of the show, because that's... I get that sense from the way he acted against his character.
Hey, Waldo. Can I talk to you?
Now!
Right now.
I'm a little busy at the moment.
Can you take a coffee break?
Excuse me a moment. Hey, I want to talk to you before you talk to me.
Talk.
Did you really mean that about trading me off to that bum?
The way you were hitting this season? No way.
Hey, you're a nice kid.
He's basically Jaws before Jaws. I am not even trying to reference James Bond anymore, but Tony Rome just keeps reminding me. I had flashbacks to the Never Say Never Again shark scene with the opening scene. Once again, I feel sorry for all the movie sharks getting punched, kicked, and fake knife stabbed by the stunt crew. Only reason I couldn't take this scene seriously is the funky, relaxing music playing throughout it. Definitely a 60s movie. To be fair, this music is not repetitive, like the main theme being shoved down our throats for the rest of the film. Which reminds me, the most exciting part of this whole movie is when Tony Rome goes on the lam, which, by the way, is a boring and unnecessary chase scene, and that music doesn't help. He could have just punched his police chief friend and ran away, get into his car, and he's gone. But then they decide, hey, we're going to have him wake up from the punch and then chase him unnecessarily for several minutes. Which, I mean, could have been a much cooler scene, but not in this film. With Tony being framed like a lot of setups in this film, they talk about it rather than show, which kind of bugged me, because it's like, how hard would it have been to show him being set up or to show a character getting killed rather than just talking about it? Oh, you know that character you were talking to a couple scenes ago? Well, they're dead. Whatever. Movies are a creative visual medium, and this is what you focus on.
Now get your gear on and go over the side.
All right, but I don't understand why we have to do treasure hunting things when I've got $30 million.
Kid,
Yeah?
never mind about the treasure hunt.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'll think of something.
We get it, Tony. You're an ass guy. I would love to see a version of Die Hard where it's Tony Rome instead. That's a behind-the-scenes movie connection reference for those who knows. Which reminds me, I have to track down a copy of The Detective, starring, unironically, Frank Sinatra. So I want to know, what is your favorite Frank Sinatra film? I think the first Tony Rome film might have been out Ocean's 11, but my dilemma is I don't remember the film, so I need to rewatch it. Like, I remember one or two moments from the Ocean's 11 film. I do not remember Frank Sinatra's portrayal in the film or anything else from the film. I like to thank my Patreon supporters wherever they're appearing on screen. Thank you, Randy Bain. If you are interested in seeing me count down my top 500 favorite movies of all time, please subscribe. I am vastly approaching the 500 video I've ever done on this channel, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate than updating my top favorite movie list video. I want you to have a nice day or night or whatever time you watch this. Have a nice whenever. Check out my other stuff. It's entirely up to you. Thanks again for watching.